Where are we going?
New Zealand!
Yeah, cheers bro. Alright, let's hit it. This is insane. I don't know if this Ranger's going to get up here. I'm Keelan and this is Sarah. We have been fishing, surfing, full driving our way around Australia for the past year now. Meet Percy and Keith Urban, our trusty steeds. Subscribe to join our adventure. In this episode, we flew from Melbourne Airport across the South Pacific to Christchurch in New Zealand. Then picked up the van from Christchurch, ventured out to Akaroa Head, back inland all the way to Lake Tekapo. Where are we going?
New Zealand! Let's go to New Zealand.
On behalf of all of the team, thank you for flying in New Zealand on the Star Alliance network. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your evening ahead. Paul Maria.
We're officially in New Zealand.
So we've just touched down in New Zealand. It is cold already and I haven't even left the airport yet. I can't wait to get some of the New Zealand slang out of me system. We're going to talk chili buns, we're going to talk fish and chops, and don't say the letter 6, the number 6. So let's go pick up our bags. I'm glad I got that out of my system. We are dead excited if you couldn't tell. Bring on the adventure. So I've got to stop the video right there. So it'd be unfair of us to show you the fairy tale that it was without showing you the logistical nightmare of doing an international caravan transfer without suitcases and any idea about what process it entails. Given the current climate of COVID, we had no idea the rules and regulations about doing international trips, so we thought we'd show you guys some of the things that we had to do before we actually got on the plane. So the issue we're facing is that I want to take my surfboard, but I don't want to pay $250 extra. So what I'm doing is I'm lining the outside of inside of the surfboard case and padding my surfboard with clothes and stuff. So then I sort of being a bit stingy, but pretty much we're using the Grab Me Gear clear top bags. So these came out of our drawer system and we're repurposing them as clothes bags because they compress right down. And if I stand on this and that, I can actually fit everything in the one surfboard bag, which is 6. So that's actually my luggage right there. Jocks and socks and stuff in here.
How many jocks are you bringing for 5 weeks?
Only 4, so that should be alright. But yeah, it's proving pretty difficult to pack for this trip, mainly because we're stingy people.
Alright, so stick up your left nostril, right up there.
Oh.
And spin it around 6 times. Not that far.
Oh my.
Are you no. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, now put it in your right nostril and swirl it around. Put it in your right nostril.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Hurry up.
So the reason we're doing this is you get a COVID test before you go, which you've already seen, and then when you get here you're meant to test on day 0 or 1 and then day 5 or 6. So we've got to do this again in a few days time.
And the New Zealand government gave us all of the tests for free.
Yeah, so it's all free, but in Melbourne they actually cost $150, them 2 tests cost before we got on the plane, which is pretty steep. Anyway, we've just checked into this beautiful hotel room. It's a bit of a treat for us, so we're going to enjoy this and we'll see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully we're COVID free.
Well, I'm COVID free. I'll go explore without you.
I am COVID free.
Our car and caravan weren't set to get here for another 3 days, so being COVID free, we thought we'd catch the bus into Christchurch. We thought it was important to learn as much as we could about the culture and heritage of New Zealand before we spend a month on this land. I think this is important to really get a feel for the area, and we'll learn to understand a lot more of the things that we'd see on the road. We soon learned that Australia wasn't just the only country with massive flightless birds. These birds are called moa birds. They've been extinct for 500 years and at one stage were a delicacy for the Māori people. Often, the Māori people would carve punamu, greenstone or jade into arrow tips and spearheads to hunt these massive birds. However, punamu has more meanings than just arrowheads and spear tips. Punamu these days can represent ancestors' connections with the natural world and attributes such as strength, prosperity, love and harmony. It is known that if you're gifted greenstone, jade or punamu as a gift, it means a lot more than buying it for yourself. Punamu can also be shown as respect and rank in a tribe.
This guy's wearing the same hat as me. Good day to you, sir.
Who wore it better?
Objection, Your Honour.
Try to spin your leg.
So back in the day, this is their weapons, muskets. And the beauty about these guns is that you'd be really pissed off with someone, you want to shoot them, right? So what you got to do, you've got to bloody load this thing, shove gunpowder down the barrel, get it all ready. It takes about a minute. I reckon by the time that you actually get the gun ready to fire, you would have forgotten about why you're actually mad at the bloke you want to shoot, and then it'd be peace. So that's actually the best weapon of choice, I reckon.
New Zealand Botanical Gardens. It is absolutely beautiful, very different to the Australian Botanical Gardens, but stunning. So green, like it's just gorgeous.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no sleep. Hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
We're back at the Riverside Markets and we're having some curry for lunch. It was so good, we can literally smell it from outside. So we've come in, we've treated ourselves to 2 lunch boxes.
It's crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
G'day legends, we've just wrapped up a sick weekend at the Christchurch Caravan Show. We were there all weekend, so we'd like to say a massive thank you for all you New Zealanders that have come down and said g'day to us. It was overwhelming to know that we've got New Zealand followers. I'd like to introduce you to you guys the guy that's made this trip possible. Without this bloke and his mates running around after us for about a week, this trip wouldn't have happened. So I'd like to introduce to you guys Oliver.
G'day guys, my name's Oliver from Fortis Caravans. Fortunately for ourselves and Keelan here, we managed to score some urban caravans for the rest of Aotearoa. So as of now, urban caravans are available from Fortis Caravans in New Zealand.
Which is super exciting. So if you are interested in a van, this guy's your bloke. New Zealand born and bred, from the North Island though, but don't hold that against him. Where are you from again?
Palmerston North, Palmy Vegas, so I'm sure all you guys will know where that is. These will be available from not only there, but Christchurch as well. So keep an eye out for Sarah and Keelan on the road. Keep an eye out for our urban caravans on the road, because look, they're hard to miss.
That's it. So we've got a 20'6" extreme model, top of the wazza, so can't wait to get in that. And we're going to be parking up in front of some beautiful white cap mountains, so stay tuned for that. Let's get cracking. Thanks heaps, mate. We really appreciate it.
And you'll be needing some of these, I suppose.
Yeah. Cheers, bro.
No worries.
Let's hit it.
So we've just picked up the van and the car. We've got a Ford Ranger and it is definitely struggling a little bit more than the old Percy, although Percy probably wouldn't even be moving with this van on. We've got the
20'6" extreme.
26 extreme.
So that one weighs roughly 3 tonne. It's about 285 tear, and we've loaded like 100 kilos into it of our own stuff. Check out this freaking hill.
It's insane.
It is, wow. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is steep, and yeah, it's dead straight down. The torque converter's getting a fair old workout right now, hauling this big van up here. This is insane. I don't know if this Ranger's gonna get up here. I need a name for this Ranger. It's a different sort of driving, but I tell you what, if Percy was hooked up to this van, we'd be going backwards down the bloody hill. It's been a mad mission. So this is a hire vehicle. I think it's about $1,000 a week to hire this vehicle to tow a van, so it's not cheap. And obviously Fortis Caravans have provided the caravan. Here we go, we've got a bloody cyclist here.
Shortcut, and the shortcut took us literally over the top of the mountain, and we're on this road that's going in through the side of the cliff. It's all windy, tight. Everyone told us about it, but we're like, oh, we'll be right. And I was freaking out. Keelan's like, you need to calm down because you're stressing me out, but have a look at this.
That's a big bumblebee. Holy shit.
Check it out, beautiful. It's a coal pit.
So it's probably a good time to show you guys the van that we're towing, and here it is. So that's the 20'6" extreme model, and as you can see, it's insanely high off the ground. The clearance on this thing's overkill, and in New Zealand they do have caravans, but it's mainly just like Jaycos and sort of European and American sized caravans, and they're like really low to the ground. So when we're driving this thing through the streets, it's a real head turner. Everyone just stops and stares. And then this is the brand new Ranger we've got to tow it with. This is, I'm pretty sure it's the 3.2, the 6-cylinder. I think it's the new one with the 8 gears. So automatic transmission, and yeah, it's sort of struggling at the moment. I wouldn't recommend doing 3.5 tonne with it, that's for sure. These hills are super steep, way steeper than Australia. And like I just showed you, that road chiseled into the mountain side is just, I was white knuckling it, driving down, brake controller was getting a wear out, bloody torque converter is red hot, but check it out. This joint is insane. I can't wait to do a month here. This is day 1 of our trip, and this is what we're already getting in. So So we're on the road called Jebby's Pass, and that's actually heading towards Governor's Bay. And we're literally on a road that's chiseled into the mountainside and it's dead steep. The van is a lot bigger than our Armalite, so this is a full width van. It's about 2.4 and it actually fills up the road from lane to lane. So if you're gonna take a van down this road, make sure you're confident in towing. It's definitely not for beginners. One false move here and we'll be falling 200 meters straight down into the water. So it's pretty gnarly and yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. I'm even white knuckling a little bit here. So yeah, just be careful. We'll put the name of the actual road down below. If you are planning your trip to New Zealand, maybe put a little asterisk next to this one.
Down the road to Akaroa. This little free camp here is for self-contained units and you can stay here for 2 nights and 30 days. It's surrounded by all of the hills. There's a beautiful sunset today. We tried to get it on the phone as we were driving, but it was so hard. It's so beautiful here, honestly. New Zealand has blown our mind already. That's our first night in the van and we're definitely not making anything gourmet, and there's a good reason for that. New Zealand is bloody expensive. We went to the shops and we were looking at the prices and we're like, holy shit, we can't even afford deodorant. So we went and had a look at what was the cheapest for us to get, and we're going with the good old spaghetti bog. Brown onions, we're beefing it up with some beans. Even got like the cheap Coles brand pasta sauce because even Dolmio sauce is expensive. So we're going to do the best that we can to stay cheap over the next 4 weeks, and we'll show you guys what we're cooking to try and keep the prices down because it is very, very expensive here.
So tomorrow we'll give you a full rundown of the van, well, a quick one anyway. We'll show you the inside, outside, so stay tuned for that. Like Sarah said, it's really expensive here, and the reason we are trying to save money is because so far on this trip we've only just started and we've already spent about $3,000 on flights, the hotel room for last sort of week, heap of stuff in the van that we needed to get to live in it, all that sort of stuff. So it has been really expensive so far, so we're going to do our best to try to stay at as many free camps as possible, share with you guys some of the spots that you need to come see, build you a little bit of an itinerary, and yeah, it should be a really good few episodes, guys. First day and we've already seen so many spectacular places, so can't bloody wait. It is freezing. It's about 6 degrees already. It's about probably 7 o'clock at night, 6 degrees. Time we wake up it'll be 0 to sort of -1, I reckon. So she's bloody cold. Anyway, we're gonna make some dinner. We'll show you the finished product, and then we'll hit the hay and see you tomorrow morning. Yoo! Yum.
So good.
Good night.
Night.
Morning, guys. So we've just woken up and we're going to go for a drive today to hopefully hunt some views. There's a nice road that goes towards the Akaroa heads, and hopefully it's stunning up there. So let's jump in the car and go for a drive.
It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends, stayed in bed till Wednesday, fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that.
whole drive is literally steep, windy road. It was crazy. I drove a little bit of it, but we did get to the top, and then it says road suitable for drive only. Keelan had the drone up, so he had a look at the road, and he said it was pretty hectic. So we've decided we're just going to stop here and enjoy the scenery from here. But have a look at this. It is absolutely incredible.
Didn't mean those things, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter anyway. We've been here one time too many. Wonder what will happen next. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we'll see through. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we'll see through. 'Cause we'll see through. We promised that nothing would break us, that we'd always find a way. When all was said and dust had settled, something didn't feel the same.
How epic were them drone shots? I could not believe it. It didn't matter where I pointed that drone, it looked sick either way. That spot up there was stunning. You definitely have to come here if you're coming to New Zealand. So the plan is today, well, before we talk about the plan, we've actually had a few mishaps. So there's a few things that haven't gone right so far on the trip. We're not going to talk about them this first episode. I'll address them next episode. I just don't have enough time. Pretty well, it's to do with the 12 volt system in the van, and Australia conditions are different to New Zealand conditions. So maybe we have to rethink and rejig a few things. But anyway, we'll get into that next episode. The plan is to head out of here, drag the van up to Lake Tekapo, which is sort of past Christchurch. It's about a 3-hour drive from here. Some pretty hilly country between here and there though. It is raining today. It's a shocker of a day, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried today. These roads are dead steep and windy, and if we mix that with wetness, and obviously it's cold, if we get any sort of frost on the road, it's going to be pretty slippery getting up these hills. So I'm not too sure what today is going to come to, but hopefully we can stay on the road and get to Lake Tekapo in one piece. But you'll find out next episode if we make it or not. Anyway guys, thanks heaps for watching. Like always, if you enjoyed today, give it a like, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment below. We love talking to you guys, love hearing from you, and we'll see you next time. Go watch this video right here. It's an absolute cracker. Cheers. Woo. Oh, that's so cold. That's colder than the coldest water I've ever been in, I reckon.